Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XDC. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XDC, and once again, this is the 1 month chart. We're sitting here just above 5 cents. What an undervalued price on XDC. And it's a great time to still jump in. I'm waiting to see what happens this weekend with ISO going live. I think it's going to lead to a very exciting time for these ISO cryptocurrencies. We might not see price movement day one, but we definitely will see value come pouring in over time. You got to be prepared for what's coming. And you know, we are going to leave 5 cents in the past at some point. And yet people are still overlooking XDC. Wait until it's hitting 50 cents, then $1. People will FOMO in like never before. This comes from Focal Zero. XDC network is not about hyper communication. Test the Xinfin network and you'll understand what a powerful tool it is and who it's designed for. XDC network will be the absolute must-have asset if you want to do business in the Web3. And you know, a lot of people don't realize how big Web3 is going to become as well. You know, people just downplay it all the time. But yet now they're starting to talk about it on the mainstream media news. They're also starting to talk on the mainstream media news about digital trade as well here in the United States, because that's the direction the whole world is going in, and there's no alternative to XDC. XDC is by far one of the most overlooked tokens that exist today. The Xinfin network is going to revolutionize trade finance, which is over $1 trillion annual business, and the United Kingdom will be utilizing this tech and token very shortly. I'm all in. What about you? And it is overlooked. You know, everybody talks about XRP, XLM. Now I'm even seeing more talk about algo, and especially HBAR, because there's a lot of growth around it. But this is what XDC is accomplishing right here. Slowly but surely, XDC eating all trade finance. Lloyds Bank, first MLETR UK trade. Singapore, IMDA for MLETR platform. SBI and TradeFinex joint venture in Japan. XDC and Abu Dhabi Global Market Sandbox. Aningio and China Systems Partner. TradeTech tokenizes U.S. Treasury. That's what's going on while people aren't paying attention. You need to wake up to how big this is going to become. Everybody's so focused on cross-border payments. Do you realize there's going to be a lot of cross-border payments inside of digital trade as well? Then people talk a lot about tokenization. And again, inside of digital trade, a lot of tokenization will be happening as well. And XDC is going to capture all of that. There's 4 billion pieces of paper in circulation daily for global trade. All that clutter, all those errors, all the chaos and disorganization. XDC solves this. More secure, more efficient, more organized, faster, and cheaper. And once you eliminate all the paper documents, everything starts to move much quicker. XDC is solving a massive real-world problem. It's out there fixing the supply chain. What did I just find out about XDC Network? XDC mentioned on a harvard.edu site. You know, I said this in multiple videos about Harvard teaching blockchain, teaching certain cryptocurrencies. You would never learn about this in a Harvard classroom if it wasn't relevant in the future. If XDC was something that's going to show up and then just disappear, they'd never talk about it at Harvard. A Harvard education is very expensive. If they're teaching blockchain and crypto, it's because it's the future, and Harvard knows it. The On XDC Network Hackathon demonstrated the incredible potential of XDC Network with innovative projects addressing real-world challenges. The winners and all submissions showcased the versatility and adaptability of the XDC network, paving the way for future development and growth. The XDC community eagerly awaits the next wave of projects that will shape the future. Congratulations to all participants for their dedication and groundbreaking contributions. So now we're probably going to get some announcements around more projects coming on to the XDC network. You know, if there was daily announcements around XDC, people would be investing in XDC. But a lot of the growth around this cryptocurrency happens in the background, but it's happening at a massive level. Globians Bank, Bank of the Future. Globians Pay, with a license from CNAD in El Salvador. A digital asset or neobank license allows us to offer the following services: accounts, payments, remittance, card acquiring, processing, asset management, digital stock exchange, tokenization, issuing, trading. This means that our first digital stock exchange in El Salvador can launch soon. That's huge as well. Whenever you see somebody talking about El Salvador, they like to talk about Bitcoin in that same sentence. But the one thing that they never tell you is that right now, Algorand is the rails that Bitcoin is running on in El Salvador. Now it looks like we're going to see Globians there as well. Most likely XDC in the future. Only 1 hour left until the LawBlocks lawyers meetup begins in Dubai. LawBlocks is another project running on XDC. And, you know, there's a lot of projects that go unnoticed on XDC most of the time as well. It's nice to always be able to point them out. And that's what I did during the entire bear market, because I tried to show you the growth around this network and show you how eventually all that value is going to come into XDC. The tokenization of everything is already happening and will only continue to grow. Only those that realize the power of digital assets now will see major benefits. Discover how to tap into the future of finance. And, you know, we're starting to see tokenization being talked about more and more inside the crypto space. Wait until next year when things really start to boom. That's when people will realize how big tokenization actually is. XDC, real-world assets, drives engagement at the intersection of crypto and TradeFi. So you see right here, this year has seen noticeable increase in blockchain adoption by TradeFi. Financial institutions are catching on to blockchain's benefits in ways that are bolstering the technology's image and usage. Whether it is tokenized cash deposits, overnight purchase agreements, or other financial management strategies for their clients, FIs are leaning into blockchain-based finance more than ever, and real-world asset tokenization is at the forefront of this movement. It's going to be a $770 trillion market as per the World Economic Forum. Xinfin and XDC only needs to capture a small percentage of that, and the price of XDC will outprice retail overnight. It'll happen so fast once tokenization really starts to kick in. But we're still a bit early yet. But there's going to be a lot of tokenization happening inside of digital trade, and I think that's why XDC will easily surpass $100 in the near future. Confirmation that 2025 to 2026 ISO implementations are a misconception. The reality is that these banks are implementing technology now. Urgency to integrate. I think I just seen something where it said 80% of all the financial institutions are ready to go live with ISO in Wave 1, which is going to start this coming weekend. Later, we're going to see 10% go live throughout 2024, and the remaining 10% is going to go live in 2025. Yet everybody's trying to convince you that 2025 is going to be the big year. The big year is here now. You want to be invested before wave one, because that's when I think we could see the most price movement. Mine is XDC. They can be used for settlement on the NASDAQ exchange via R3 Corda, and they're ISO compliant. Been loading since 25 cents. But you know, it doesn't matter when you bought your first XDC. Right now, it's still very undervalued. It's at a very cheap price, and it's being overlooked by most in the crypto space. But this is the time to buy at the bottom. You don't want to buy later when the price is much higher. And a lot of people are going to miss out on ISO, the value coming from ISO, because they think that they have until 2025. I see it every single day on X. I see people ask questions. Do you think now's the time to get into ISO cryptocurrencies? And right away somebody says, no, don't put your money in there now. Go in after this crypto or that crypto. You have until 2025. Easily you could jump in before then. The price of XDC after this weekend can easily shoot up very fast. We don't know what's going to happen this weekend. That's why it's better to prepare now, not later. You might miss out on one of the greatest opportunities in your lifetime because we don't know. Nobody knows. It's the same reason that nobody could call this market 100%, because nobody knows the way this market's going to perform tomorrow. You always got to be prepared for anything. Stay patient, stay strong, and definitely stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.